Tag has a pretty great premise, and for the most part, I think the execution of it is really good. I did enjoy this film. There was a bit, maybe the middle section just kind of dragged a bit, and it wasn't quite what I was expecting. But as far as bromance films go, it's good, clean fun, and that is so refreshing to see, and I really did like that. This was released in 2018, directed by Jeff Tomsic, with screenplays by Mark Steilen and Rob McKittrick, with a pretty great cast including Ed Helms, Bill Howley, Jon Hamm, Annabelle Wallace, Jake Johnson, and one of my personal favourites, Isla Fisher. But I didn't actually know the cast before I was going to watch this. I had no idea who was in it. It was the premise that made me interested, and this reads from IMDb as follows. A small group of former classmates organise an elaborate annual game of tag that requires some to travel all over the country. So these best friends have been playing this game of tag for 30 years, and one of them has never been tagged at all. And they have to set about trying to tag him, and then it just becomes this giant game of tag. And I thought that sounded great, because we have these fully grown adults playing quite a juvenile game, and it's innocent, and I thought that was brilliant, and I think the concept worked really well. And as I said, I think it worked. The execution was really good. It did get repetitive in the middle. I stopped feeling like the pace was good. I think it kind of either could have been quicker, or they could have cut a chunk out. The film's pretty long. I think it's nearly 2 hours, and I think they could have deducted about 20 minutes from it. It does have a lot going for it. There's a wedding. There are all kinds of different scenarios in which they play tag. So there are different levels and elements to this, but I just feel like it could have been a bit shorter and a bit more action-packed with slightly better pacing. The acting was brilliant. They all had this great enthusiasm, high energy. Really, really enjoyed everybody's performances. There really wasn't anything about it that let me down as such. I have to say the role of Rebecca was quite odd. Brilliantly acted, and a really interesting character, and I really liked her. But the way in which she becomes involved in this is a little peculiar. Not necessarily bad, but just unexpected, and it's a weird decision for them to have made, but I think it works. It is a good fun film, clean fun, wholesome fun, great bromance narrative, great group of guys. They work on screen together really well. They each have a slightly different personality to keep things fresh and exciting. So apart from that kind of brief 20 minutes or so in the middle when I thought, kind of could have either quickened the pace or got rid of this, I enjoyed it. It was not as amazing as I'd hoped for, but I liked it. I'm glad I watched it, and I'm pretty happy to recommend it. Tag is a pretty decent film.